Hello everyone, namaste, and welcome to another video. And this video I wanted to focus on, working with mala beads, because I know that's a yogic thing, and a lot of, of you that would resonate with chanting or mantra chanting would find it interesting to understand the significance of mala beads, how it's actually used, and how it can be done for a home practice, and what is the best way to use these mala beads. To start off, I'd say, typically, the mala beads and the various, the concept of chanting of it, I think it's very ancient. However, in yogic philosophy, it has given a lot of, there's been a lot of Indian influence on chanting and of mala beads. And typically the mala beads are made of 108 beads. And the material that's used is usually the bark of tulsi, and tulsi is a holy plant in India and a very auspicious plant to be used. And the reason why there are 108 beads is because 108 is a sacred number in Vedic texts. It signifies the 108 sacred sites on the body, or the marma points, the 108 meridian lines, energy centers, 108 marma points or energy centers, and 108 meridian lines that originate from the heart and channel out of the nadis. And it's also 108, there's also 108 deities in Hindu philosophy. There are also 108 sacred sites in India. So it's considered a sacred number, not just in, I believe in Hindu philosophy, but also in various other esoteric backgrounds that use beads for chanting. And so a lot of people use bags, mala, the bead bags, because it gives a place to not only store the beads and keep them clean, especially if you're using the white ones, but also it kind of helps in the chanting process, as there is a certain technique with your fingers that should be followed when it comes to chanting. And the correct technique is you want to have the mala bead rest upon your middle finger, and your index finger is pointing forward and your thumb is up, and you this little tassel and kind of like an end bead is also called a guru bead. Now guru stands for, it's spelled G-U-R-U, and what it means is someone who takes you from the dark to the light, so guru. And that is the significance of this end bead. It's called a guru bead. And so basically you start from one end of the guru bead, and you are going to chant and come all the way to the other side, but you don't cross over. As a form of respect, you're going to turn it over and go back the other way. And so that's how it's that is the process that you're going to follow. For when you start, so you have your, the mala bead resting on your middle finger. You have the index finger pointing forward and the thumb upwards. We never place the beads like this, because the index finger is considered to be the finger of judgment. So in a lot of philosophies, a lot of, especially in, yogic philosophy, it's considered that this is the finger of the ego, because this is where we point out mistakes or point out flaws, and not only in ourselves but also in others. And so this finger is considered to be not healthy when it comes to chanting, to keep the ego out. And that's why chanting with a bag makes it easy, because the bag has two separate pockets. You have a bigger one, and then you have a small one right here, and you would place the bead inside the bag. And these are available, and if you guys are interested, you can always contact me, and we'll definitely have these up on our website as well. But so this little hole you can use to kind of take out your index finger, the finger that's the ego finger, and the rest of the fingers you can, you know, kind of place as I had shown you outside, and then, you know, we can start the chanting. So basically it's like this, and you start, and at each bead that you're gonna cross, you're gonna be chanting. So if it's just as simple as the word Om that you're chanting, you would go Om, 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 Om. So you're going through this, it's almost like a discipline of using the beads not just as a counting, you know, that you're doing 108 japas or rounds. Japa is also rounds of chanting, but also it is said to bestow the energy of within the chant into each bead. So every time you're chanting, it is going to give you that vibration back. So you're putting in the intention, the thought, and the sound within the material object. And every time you're bringing it back, or every time you pick it up, it is also kind of multiplying and amplifying. And that would be the significance of having your own, you know, mala bead or japa bead, and your own bag, which you can put in your little sacred space that I like to call, and use it with in your own practice. And what else can I tell you about this? So it's definitely, you know, a lot of times people wear this over the neck, and that's, you know, a personal, you know, preference. The tassel a lot of times is to kind of help radiate, you know, the fact that you put all that positive energy into the beads, and then you can actually feel it on your body. So that's, a lot of people do wear it for that. Otherwise, you can, you know, store it in a sacred space and use it that way. I definitely do give a lot of importance to chanting when it comes to tantric practices. It's yantra, mantra, and tantra. And yantra is sacred geometry, which you can see behind me, that everything in creation is geometric and scientific, for those of you that are heavy into science like me. But and mantra is a lot of sound vibration, and the tantra is also is for the wisdom. And so to have the awareness of what is out there, and that can only be acquired through knowledge and understanding the significance of why, how it is done or practiced, you know, from the ancients. What is the significance of your chanting? What is the significance of using the beads and having, you know, and the correct practice to chant? Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Please do hit subscribe so you get updates on every time we post a video. If you have any questions, please do email us. Love and light. Namaste.